along the borders of a country, like a subcontinent with such a massive area and a borderline of more than 8,000 kilometers. Saudi Arabia's first guard line is there to be the security fence that monitors every approaching danger or threat and suppress any penetration attempts. This is not an easy mission, as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the Middle East. It has long coastlines, along with rough topography along most of its borders. Security threats are varied, therefore the national commitment to protect and defend the Saudi borders is very complicated. The beginning was the establishment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1331 during the rule of the founder, King Abdul Aziz Al Saud, when the first formation of Coast and Border Guard was started. Since then, we have witnessed the evolving duties and various sectors responsible for border security, port protection, and Coast Guard. The mission of Borderguard is never wavering and focused on defending the land and maritime borders of the kingdom, seaports, and harbors, combating smuggling and infiltration from or into the country, and the early warning of any unusual actions along or near the borderline. Borderguard performs search and rescue operations, guiding and giving aid to the lost along the border, to monitor the entire area of land and maritime borders to make sure they abide by the set rules and regulations by keeping control in the seaports and harbors. Borderguard cooperates with other governmental agencies within the applied regulations, as well as the public interest according to the missions of Borderguard. Keeping security and discipline inside the land ports and fully securing all the assets and facilities is a key function. Controlling and early warning, as well as dealing with any unusual actions near any land ports. Over the long history of Borderguard, the esteemed government provides unlimited support, as Borderguard is one of the most vital agencies and departments of Ministry of the Interior. Over the past few years, the General Directorate of Borderguard has achieved several important changes in parallel tasks. First, we achieved several strategic projects that enhanced the security of borders and coasts. Second, we developed and qualified teams according to the latest requirements. Third, we constantly update all technical aspects of our advanced security equipment. Nine regional commands are assigned to the General Directorate of Borderguard. These include several levels, including border posts, which constitute a security barrier guarding the land and maritime borders of the kingdom, including hundreds of islands and other critical assets. In addition to securing the land ports, Borderguard is working on completing the strategic plan of the kingdom to impose the maximum control and achieving several security, logistic, and humanitarian goals. There are non-stop challenges for the road security unit, and the equipment teams are in a constant state of flux in an effort to stay ahead and complete this strategic project. Along the way, observation posts and monitoring towers are in control positions that have been instrumental in suppressing thousands of cross-border infiltration and smuggling attempts. With regard to the maritime mission, the vessels of Borderguard are widespread, which allows constant monitoring, securing, rapid intervention, and search and rescue operations when needed. Security missions are the only mission of Borderguard. Humanitarian tasks are at the core of their efforts, such as guiding the lost, searching for missing persons in border areas, search and rescue operations, and maritime safety missions along the land and maritime borders. and in order to ensure the security, safety, and comfort of the picnickers, and in accordance with an important goal of KSA Vision 2030, quote, a vibrant society with fulfilling lives, end quote, the General Directorate of Borderguard is keen to allocate swimming sites for the people with special needs. In order to implement the Kingdom's commitment for the International Convention on Search and Rescue, signed in 1979, the royal decree was issued to form the Permanent National Committee for Maritime Disasters Management in the waters of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is headed by the Director General of the Border Guard and with the participation of 28 government agencies, deals with all maritime incidents and disasters in the Red Sea, Gulf of Aqaba, and the Arabian Gulf. All such missions are managed and coordinated by 2 MRCCs, one in Jeddah and the other in Dammam. Additionally, 5 airfields were built in the Desert of the Empty Quarter, some of the most difficult and tough areas of the kingdom. These airfields were built to assist with logistics, transportation, and search and rescue missions. Guarding for and saving human life wherever remains the foundation for the success of the Border Guard security scheme. All Border Guard personnel are well trained to meet all professional requirements, field development, and the ever-changing security technology. Border Guard has 6 land and maritime training centers, each of which are equipped with the best possible personnel, equipment, and training with the goal of delivering the highest professional efficiency at all levels for Border Guard. Hundreds of cadets are awarded scholarships annually with the goal of studying a wide variety of security and technical disciplines and to achieve postgraduate studies in various national universities in the kingdom and abroad. Recognizing the importance of keeping pace with the rapid development in the security field and believing that the human being is the main focus of the development, approval was issued in 2015 for the establishment of a specialized academy in the field of maritime security sciences and studies at the Border Guard under the name Mohammed bin Naif Academy for Science and Security Studies Marine, which became the first academy in the Middle East specializing in maritime science and security studies. Based on these principles, the Academy's strategic plan was adopted in 2017, which aims to prepare and qualify personnel to perform the functions of the Border Guard efficiently and effectively. It also focuses on the importance of developing research activities in the field of security in general, along with the border and maritime safety in particular. What's next? On the technical and field level, the Saudi borders are controlled with the latest thermal monitoring technologies both day and night, which are managed by radar and cameras within a system of advanced technologies. 24-hour mobile patrols are equipped with the latest GPS devices and can be located and tracked by satellite. Thanks to our modern technology and training, the Border Guard can detect and suppress any infiltration attempts quickly and effectively. The General Directorate of Border Guard seeks to develop its duties continuously, expanding the adoption of the latest modern technology and to impose the highest and most precise electronic security control. Regionally, the unstable conditions around the kingdom have resulted in several conflicts, creating a wide variety of security risks, which include organized and professional crime, piracy, human trafficking, smuggling of weapons, smuggling of drugs, and/or armed attacks, all of which jeopardize the security of the kingdom or its borders. In order to face these challenges and threats daily, the Special Border Guard Force was formed as a rapid and highly determined intervention force with its mission of supporting border patrols when needed, as well as to deal with various security risks, to counter terrorism and attacks within the strongest professional force. There are other challenges at sea, such as piracy, so the Special Maritime Border Guard Force has been trained to combat these piracy attacks by rescuing ships that have been compromised, providing aid to and arranging for the release of hostages, and ultimately arresting the pirates. Due to the importance and value of vital marine facilities and installations, the Security and Protection Force of Maritime Facilities was established in Borderguard upon the Royal Decree. The force unit is divided into 3 categories. First, the Coastal Security Units, along with their affiliated platoons, provide for the protection of important and vital facilities in submerged waters in the territorial sea. Second, the Platform Protection Units. These units provide for the protection of vital marine facilities in the territorial sea. And third, the Airborne Force. This is a force with specialized training in the areas of protection and support of other units, along with combating maritime terrorism. The Airborne Force Unit has its own training school, which excellently qualifies its squads using the latest training programs in law enforcement, naval tactics, and is highly committed to providing command and control for special mission speedboats, in partnership with many other developed countries specializing in the protection of infrastructure. Borders of the kingdom, the Supreme Royal Decree was issued to establish the port's security force in the Ministry of Interior that has been assigned to the Border Guard. The mission of this unit is to keep security and discipline within the port and ensure full control for all facilities and assets, surveillance, early warnings, and immediate handling of any unusual actions nearby the port from inside or outside the kingdom. Since the beginning of Divisive Storm and Restoring Hope, the Border Guard is considered the first defensive line of Saudi Arabia borders. Border Guard units are situated at the front lines and equipped with various military equipment and capabilities designed to suppress any aggressive attacks to cross the border. This is accomplished with the support of the armed forces and the National Guard along the southern border and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The official website of Borderguard provides accurate figures and statistics concerning the suppression of smuggling of weapons, ammunition, large quantities of drugs and explosive materials, in addition to accurate numbers of people arrested while trying to infiltrate the kingdom. Borderguard has a solid and stable infrastructure that operates around the clock. It includes the main and sub-data centers, data link circuits, and the computer networks necessary to secure the infrastructure against any threats. Also, Borderguard has started using solar and wind energy as an alternative with the goal of using clean and sustainable energy. As Border Guard personnel face various risks and potential injuries daily, Prince Mohammed bin Naif Medical Center was established for them and their families. The government provides exceptional care to Border Guard personnel, including residential complexes, recreational facilities, and all their worldly needs necessary to allow them to live with peace of mind and the goal of allowing them to focus on their mission. While the nationals and/or residents go about enjoying their daily lives, there are eyes monitoring and defending the borders, continuously observing for any aggressive actions or treacherous attempts to cross or infiltrate the borders. It is such a story started 100 years ago, and it is still engaged with the highest proficiency and persistence. This is Borderguard.